That's why we built this rig. Almost everything in this rig is carbon fiber. The pop top's carbon fiber, the flares are carbon fiber, the cabinets are carbon fiber.
Dustin,
What's up?
man, you've been on my channel half dozen, 10 times at this point.
Yeah.
And we're back again.
Here we are.
Can you introduce who you are, what your company is, what you do, and then we're gonna get into this interesting color scheme.
Yeah, so I'm Dustin Sauer. I own Overland Van Project, Alpine Van Works, and Pariah Fab, which is expedition truck component company.
I'm actually gonna overlay some B-roll right now of an expedition truck.
Yep.
That we're gonna tour as well. But that is your newest iteration of OVP, is it not?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a fun transition. We're doing vans still, obviously. It's what we do best, and we are diving deep into the truck market as well.
Do you feel that like the trucks are gonna make a major splash in the next few years?
It's an interesting market. I think that they're kind of fledgling. They're like vans in 2016.
Okay.
Is kind of where we're at with the trucks. And there's some fabulous companies out there who are making some awesome boxes and components and full trucks. And I really respect kind of where we're headed, but I think there's a lot of progression still to come.
You've been dabbling in trucks since I think 2020 is when you started.
Yeah.
So, but you're just now actually starting to sell them to consumers.
We did 2 expedition trucks in 2020. Definitely not on the level that we're doing now.
Right.
But that was our first, dip in the toe in the big truck market.
But obviously, like you said, you still do vans. How many vans does OVP kind of pump out per year?
Yeah, we do about 35 to 45 vans per year. I think in 25 we'll do probably 7 trucks.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll complete 7 trucks. So
And
obviously they take a lot more work, lots of man hours in those things. So instead of doing 50 vans a year, cuts that back.
people always love asking me price in my videos, commenting, well, what's the price? What's the price? What's the price?
Yeah.
Can you maybe explain in your words why the price is so hard to explain? Because it can literally, and a van can range, you said you do 40 vans a year, they can range from van included, 150, and they can go all the way up to 400.
Yep. Yeah.
And a truck too, and maybe talk about pricing on trucks.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a van in our parking lot that we just completed. It's 169,000, all in, all done. It's got pretty much everything you need, right? But it's not going to go crazy on the exterior. It's not going to go crazy on the utilities. 2 vans in the shop that are 320,000. One's a 170 extended Sprinter, one's a 170 Sprinter. And I mean, it's really easy to add up, especially when you're doing things like gearing and differentials and I mean, all the exterior accessories that you can think of, like that stuff adds up quick.
The exterior accessories, so that's one big price jump. Power's a big price jump.
Yep.
Putting a rooftop tent is a price jump. Custom upholstery is a price jump. Heating and cooling is a massive price jump.
I mean, there's a lot of ways to build a van, right? Like, you don't have to use marine grade cabinetry and that takes the price down. I mean, you do have to in my mind. Some people don't use marine grade, plywood. They don't use Kuza board, which is a fiber reinforced foam for their flooring. That cuts down the price a lot because that's $320 a sheet, right? So if you use zip plywood or whatever it's called at $80 a sheet, like that's a huge cost savings. So there's people who buy a Kia and there's people who buy a Mercedes and they're very different vehicles, right? They're not necessarily for everyone, right? So
that's really well point. I can't believe we went Kia Mercedes, but I'll accept it. This behind us is what? Did a client pick the gaudy colors or was that what's going on?
Yeah, so I have an insane client named myself who picked the most absurd color scheme. And honestly, this is a marketing van, so it means we're going to sell it probably at the end of the year. Whoever buys it is probably going to be Broncos fan, Boise State Broncos fan, Dolphins fan. Like,
here's the thing. What if a client comes along and says, "Hey, I love this. Can you rip all the seats out and put other ones in?"
Totally. Yeah.
See?
I mean, that's really the beauty of it. Like, these are just stock Mercedes seats that we've reupholstered.
You just reupholstered?
Yeah, and we added some foam. We gave it a little bit more squish.
I mean, why not? Why not rip all them out? Use it for the next van.
Exactly. So I have a set of seats that we pulled out.
Okay.
We did a Shieldman swap. So if somebody really wanted to, that's an easy swap. And these are just Alpine Van Works seats. I have them in the back.
You have OVP. We all know what that is. It's a truck and vans. What is Alpine?
So Alpine is going to be your DIY kits. So panel kits, floor kits. It's going to be...
Do cabinetry?
We don't do cabinetry yet. We're selling seats. We do a lot of seats, actually. We do the double bench to bed that swivels. We've got the single bench to beds, which are these guys.
Those are bench to bed? Those go,
Yeah.
well, we're going to see that in a minute.
We're gonna see that in a minute.
Yeah,
We're gonna see that
okay.
in a minute. Yeah, we sell a lot of other people's products. Like we've got some Van Essential stuff,
And that's all through Alpine.
all through Alpine. Yeah.
Your third is the, I'm going to butcher this name again, Primo? I'm just
Pariah.
Pariah.
So yeah, it
what
means
is that?
Social outcast is what it means. Like you're a pariah.
So that's all Expedition truck parts.
It's all truck parts. Yep. So we've got windows, doors, flatbeds, subframes, stair systems, a whole bunch of stuff coming out.
There's a truck right there. You kept the cab, the front, the same with the exception of the seats.
Yeah. Yeah. So the design behind this is, I think, you know, like I mentioned, I think that the whole industry, both trucks, vans, everything is going to be moving towards being more eco-friendly, right? Getting better gas mileage.
Well, wait a minute. I'm going to stop you right there, boss, because I'm going to back up and you're going to see gas mileage. What's the lift on this thing? You're mic'd up so I can hear you just fine.
Don't look at the 35.
Did I just call you out on this? You
So I
put what on
some
this?
27s on. Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But I think the whole industry is going towards more eco-friendly, better gas mileage, right? They've got the new 4-cylinder engine in these. I think that's really the way things are headed, and lightweight, so they have better handling, less wear and tear, all that stuff just matters down the road. And so that's why we built this rig. Almost everything in this rig is carbon fiber. The pop top's carbon fiber, the flares are carbon fiber, the cabinets are carbon fiber. What else?
What's the entire van weigh?
The entire van, the build out is 1,150 pounds.
The build out?
The build out's 1,150 pounds.
And I believe the stock 2024 is what? Like 44, 45?
57, I think.
Is it that high?
Yeah, I think it's 57.
So you're under, am I doing my math right? Is that under 7?
Yeah,
You're under 7.
yeah.
When most builders are teetering the gross vehicle weight rating, which is what, 97, 98?
No, on the 4x4s it's lower. It's 9,090.
Okay, so we'll say 9,000.
9,000, yeah.
And you are telling me you're over 2,000 under that.
Mm-hmm. You know, this is definitely not like your bougie camper. It's not our typical style where you've got, you know, wood everywhere. This is lightweight. This is the weekender. This is the daily
Yes.
driver. This is probably the person who purchases this vehicle. It's our Thielsen layout, which is a seat 4, sleep 4. Person who buys this might have bought a G-Wagon, you know?
Okay.
But instead, they're gonna daily drive this because it's badass. You got heated floors. You've got a fridge with all your drinks in it. Like, you're good to go.
We talked price. Now again, this is a show vehicle, it's a little different, but what would this run?
Epic sound system, heated floors. It's got quite a few goodies, but the exterior is relatively calm compared to what we usually
Yeah,
do.
that 4-inch lift is calm.
It does have the King suspension, which is a bit spendy. This one's like right around that 250 range. So
Okay.
It's actually not as expensive as one might think, especially with a $20,000 pop top, right?
Which again, with the price jumping that we can talk about it, I mean, that's a carbon fiber pop top, which
Yeah.
you don't see ever.
Ever.
Just for people to be like, why carbon fiber? What is the weight of like that one versus another standard pop top?
Yeah, this saves almost half the weight.
It
So
does,
like
okay.
a typical fiberglass pop top, and you know, we use most of the pop top suppliers, love them all for different reasons. But like a typical one is I think 230 pounds.
Okay.
And this is just about 140.
Not a lot of people want to drop 20 grand on a pop top.
If we want to look at the outside first,
Yeah.
yeah, we went with 35s.
There's not much on the outside, so let's
I
go.
never recommend this.
Why is that? Okay, whoa,
This is
whoa, whoa.
stupid. This is dumb.
What was that again?
This is dumb.
So what would you do instead of you said a 35?
It's a 35-inch Mickey Thompson.
I mean,
Technically an AT, but it does not look like an AT.
No, I
That
was going to
looks
say
like
it's a
mud
Mickey
tire.
Thompson. It's top of the line.
Yeah.
Not many people put, nobody puts Mickey Thompsons on vans.
No, because it's stupid. The reason that I'm able to do this, and I'm not really even able to do it, this is 20% bigger than the factory tire, right? The factory
Right.
tire is a 29. This is a 35. It's roughly 20%. That means my speedo's off 20%. It means that I've now lost my adaptive cruise control, my brake assist. It's also dumb because I had to ditch my rear mud flap completely, even with the Terra wagon.
Which means that's why it's all muddy right here.
That's why I'm all muddy.
Got it.
I had to trim everything out of there.
Okay.
Had to scoot the rear mud flap back. And because the gearing's off, it's 20% different, so the transmission, it doesn't like it, right?
So what would you put as a tire size on
But
a
the only reason that this works
Yeah.
is because this is only a 1,000-pound build out. So the transmission doesn't really care,
Okay.
right? So because it's a lightweight build, I can do this. On a regular build, 33 is the spot.
Is the spot.
It's the spot.
And that's typically now the KO3s, but the KO2s.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of the Falcon Wall Peaks are great.
The Kings are cool though. The Kings are
So
cool.
you went with Kings over another big price jump would be like an Invictus or
Yeah, that would be one higher. I think this is like a $9,500 setup installed.
And you didn't do Van Compass, or you didn't do an Agile?
I love Van Compass. I love Agile. I don't hate any of them. They're all just for a different reason, right?
So what on your show van? Why'd you go King over all the other ones we just said?
You don't know the real reason? Because they're blue. No, actually, they ride really, really nice.
Oh, they do.
Blown away by them.
I mean, you could have powder coated the coils, the springs from any company.
Semantics. Yeah.
You did not touch really anything on the front. No bumpers, no lights.
Well, I had to keep it light, right? I had to be able to be like, oh, I got a 1,000-pound build out. So yeah, we didn't do any bumpers. We didn't do any skid plates. As much as I wanted to do a powder coated orange skid plate here,
it's probably gonna come, guys.
I refrained.
Oh, amp research step.
Amp steps. Yeah, this was to keep as much clearance as possible and make the biggest impact.
Yeah, why don't you can shut that. We can show everybody what it does.
So honestly, typically I go with the fixed step sliders.
Yeah.
Because I try and avoid motors.
Now that you have the door shut, you get the carbon fiber bump out.
Yeah. So also something that's probably excessive for most people, but to shave weight, these weigh about 5 pounds each. So it weighs less.
The carbon fiber ones do.
Weighs less than the metal that I took out.
This is your own. You made your own mold, or you ordered it from somewhere?
No, this is actually from Spain. So we worked with a company in Spain on this stuff. We were going to import their gear. Turns out there's a lot of complications that go on with importing from Europe.
Is that lighter than a flare?
Yeah.
It is. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's also more expensive.
Is 20 pounds versus 5 pounds really going to change the weight of your
not.
van overall for a normal build? No. But when you're talking about weighing every fastener, it matters.
All right, let's open this back up. We can use the step for what it's intended for. And I guess I'll jump into the front cab here. Unfortunately, turn the heat off to get the fan down. But you did say you have heated floors in this thing.
I do, yeah. So we cut out of a fiber insulated foam. It's called Guzzle board. We cut the heated
Wow, you're
floor.
giving away your secrets, bro. I can't believe you're doing that.
That's all right. Most people won't pay for it. So,
that's true, actually.
So we actually cut our PEX lines into that Guzzle board and then use some heat transfer plates to bring that heat up to the surface.
You got rid of a system that I'm so happy you got rid of. I appreciate it. What are you using now?
I'm using Rixon's.
Yeah. Rixon, that's your heating and your hot water, actually.
Hot water, heat floor, yep.
And you're sitting on the Alpine seats.
Yes.
These things are rad. You're going to have to show me how it all operates.
They're not usually this color, just to be clear.
What color are they? Stock?
So we got these wrapped in the same fabric that we did the front Mercedes seats.
This is comfy, though.
But typically they're just a nice black vinyl. So they match the Mercedes seats pretty close. The setup here is that we have the pop top. So you can sleep 2 people up top.
Yep.
This seats 4 people. It technically sleeps 6 people.
Yep.
But the reason we have these converting into a bed is if you're in a super snowy condition and maybe it's too much snow for the gas props, you don't want to have your kids sleeping up there and then have them get smushed.
Maybe stealthy. Maybe you don't want to, pop it up somewhere.
Or maybe you're stealthy or, multiple different reasons, or it's a really quick nap, you're just bailing.
Sure.
So if the pop top is not getting used, then these seats convert to a bed with those front seats. So you swivel the front seats around and it converts to a bed, and then you got 2 beds here that are independent.
Where are the mattresses for that? Because, we're showing it now, but they're like, would you sit right on top of it? Do you sleep on it? Is there a mattress that goes on top of it? What do you do?
Some kids would be okay with it. It is a little bit padded. It's got probably an inch of padding.
Okay.
But typically you're going to throw down like a little X-Ped or some sort of camping mattress if you're going to sleep on these.
Yeah, well, we're about to give a shout out to your mattress company in a little bit. Maybe they would even make something. Who knows?
Yeah.
So we could figure it out. That's like not even a big deal, though.
Yeah.
So we got the floor covered. We got the seats that convert into beds. These are the Alpine Van Works, which is your company. This is your paneling, I presume.
This is our paneling, yep. This is our paneling using the Tidy trim, which we're about to launch.
What's a Tidy trim?
Tidy trim is this very expensive thermoform plastic.
That goes around the edge of the windows?
Yep. Up here for the corbels, up over the slider door, and down.
It's just extremely DIY friendly?
It's DIY friendly in that it clips into place.
Okay.
And it covers up all the weird curves and everything that you can't usually
Do you have any professional builders that are buying the Alpine kits off of you?
We do, but I have to go say goodbye to Alan.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
We're trying to figure out where we were in the tour before Alan got distracted. Alan, wow. Before Dawson got distracted by a client.
I should be attentive. I should be attentive.
And that was really that was good of you.
Yeah.
CEO of a company, guy spending a few $100,000. You might want to say bye to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fair enough. That truck's going to be sick, though.
It's going to be incredible. Yeah.
The
Can't really talk about it.
We can't. We're not allowed
Can't really
to.
talk about it because it's going to be a SEMA. So it's
Oh!
going to be one of those right before SEMA, start doing teaser videos.
All right, well, let's put it out there now that if you want to see OVP's truck in SEMA 2025,
it's going to be nuts.
it's going to be nuts.
Yeah.
OVP, you're now announcing you're going to SEMA 2025.
Here we are.
Okay.
It's the first announcement, yeah.
Okay, great. SEMA 2025, you can see the truck, you can see OVP, you can make Dustin.
Let's see, I think we were talking about panel kits.
Yes, thank you.
we were talking about panel kits.
Alpine Van Works panel kits.
Yep.
So the Alpine kit is kind of like an Adventure Wagon kit.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different. Yeah.
No, I think the Adventure Wagon kit is better in some ways. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I think if somebody wants the full modularity and they want to be able to hang 2,000 pounds off of any piece of their van, then it's perfect, honestly.
Is that what the Alpine does?
That's what the Adventure Wagon kit. I mean, it's
Oh.
like, you got L-Track everywhere. It's great for full modularity.
Okay.
I love that Wagon kit. Plug in their business. I don't care.
I mean, you've used them.
I've used them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do use them.
Yeah.
They make a great product.
What is the not upside, but what is like? Obviously, it's the panels, but like, you don't have to do any drilling, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, there's very little drilling. Almost every bolt is going into a factory hole.
Right. Does it have built-in insulation, or do you have to do your own
It's got
insulation?
built-in insulation. We also sell a pre-cut insulation kit that goes into Sprinter Transit, whatever. You're not really drilling a whole bunch of new holes. I think 97% are into existing holes.
Two novice people
Yeah.
that have never built in a van before can probably put an entire floor and panel kit in one of their vans in probably 3 days.
One day.
One day. You're telling me a
Novices.
novice.
Two
Novice is
people?
two people.
Yeah.
You're telling me one day
I built a whole van
in a weekend.
2 days.
Yeah.
Filming it, and you know how long that takes.
It does. It adds an entire day onto filming.
Yeah.
So
World record is held by the Mountain Standard.
Okay.
Actually, 4 hours for a panel kit install.
Of
Full
one of
thing.
yours.
Yep. One person, 4 hours.
The reason, I guess you've done all your research with it. You know where all the holes are. You've got everything already all laid out. It's kind of like IKEA, but for van building.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool.
And like you said, with insulation, it's a 2-layer system. So you've got your acoustic foam on the front, which is pretty rare for a panel kit. Most people go fabric direct to wood, and you got this nice plush, like rich feel. And then it has 1/4-inch reflective foam on the back. So every panel has a thermal break from the hot metal and a reflective radiant barrier. So
Thank you
it's got
for
a
that.
whole system.
So if I was to order this paneling, right, but I do not like that fabric.
Yeah, so you can do marine vinyls, which we really love. You got some
Like a Chilowich?
the Chilowich is not.
It's not your favorite?
contourable.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's got to be something that has enough flex to come around these corners.
Oh,
so-
because there's no stretching a Chilowich.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's rigid both directions.
Got it.
So you're looking at like a marine vinyl, all of the marathon fabrics, which is what this is. I mean, these are kind of like
Yeah, those are
tried and
easy.
true, standard.
I like a vinyl. The vinyl wouldn't be bad. A
The
stretchy
vinyl's nice.
vinyl, yeah, that would work. There's a lot of people out there that love like the wood look. This has literally zero wood in here, I think. Oh,
Yeah.
your countertop, your
Don't
thing.
look at this. Came with the
this
sink.
this
I'm gonna
has
swap
no
it.
wood in it except the sink thingamajiggy. What about the people that love wood look?
Yeah.
Could I go like? Could I have like the outside in a fabric or the trim in a fabric, but can I have it raw with like maybe like putting slats over it or something?
Yeah, so we do offer it with just a unupholstered ceiling. So
Yes.
the kit still works together, but you just get a raw marine grade plywood ceiling. And that way, if you wanted to throw some slats over top, you just pin, nail, and Sikaflex those in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like maybe like a cedar,
Yeah.
like a cedar tongue and groove, like that you could get at like Home Depot. That's like a 1/4 inch thick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't recommend that because it's not going to last. But
I know,
that is one
but
way
I'm
to-
just saying the
Yeah,
people that want to do
yeah,
it.
for sure.
Yeah.
We are thinking about offering it just as like a bamboo option as well.
Oh,
so
the bamboo
you
would
can
be
just
nice.
get the ceiling as bamboo, and that would be pretty nice.
Bamboo ceiling with the fabric walls, I think would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
You already said this is a weekender. This is just your getaway. You and the wife, I believe, are about to take this for a 2-week trip. Again, you can live out of this for 2 weeks very easily.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, simple galleys behind you on your sides. Talk to me about them.
Yeah. Okay. So these are 20 pounds a piece.
The entire galley.
Obviously not including the fridge, but with countertop, this is 20 pounds. This is 20 pounds. Actually, this one's slightly more. So I think it's like 25 because this is.
You're not offering this as you can't buy this and put it into a van? Like if I was like.
There's a little bit more design that needs to go into it, but it's
Okay.
it's on the table. It's definitely on
So
the table.
coming soon.
This is an aluminum frame with carbon fiber inserts. So all 3K carbon fiber on the sides, and then the countertop is this chopped carbon fiber, 1/4 inch thick. This is a Murphy bed. So
Oh,
this, with these gone, right? That's why this mattress is folding from Rome Rest. From Rome Rest.
we're giving them a shout. We're teasing them off camera that we're going to shout them out. So there you go, Rome Rest.
So yeah, with these two cabinets pulled, because they're just mounted L-track, this guy folds up, and the whole thing goes up to the wall. You can pull the dirt bike in.
So you got a little Van Essentials. It looks. Is that Van Essentials?
Yeah, Van Essentials.
The upper cabinets. Those are all like flat packs. You can actually like fold them up, right?
Yeah, they do a great job.
They're
honestly.
pretty cool, actually. And they hook right into the L-track, I believe. Everybody, this is L-track. For people that don't know.
For those who don't know. And then yeah, they're cool because they got the shelf in them. I like that.
So when you go on your trip, you're gonna keep them both up there, or are you taking them down? How's that gonna work?
I'm gonna keep them both up there. I might
Okay.
hate it because I usually like to keep my head of the bed open. So there's a chance that I pull this one down.
Going back to the galley real quick,
Yeah.
would you put a toilet down here? Because I opened this one up earlier, and
Yeah.
there's nothing there.
There's nothing in there. It's just empty. So we'll probably throw just a cassette style toilet in there. I'm kind of down and dirty, and I do the cassette toilet life. I'm not.
Is the wife okay with all this?
She actually doesn't mind them. Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually that's her preference too.
Okay.
So we're not getting all fancy with our toilets. We'll probably just toss one in there and call it good.
It's real camping 101.
Yep.
Sink, we're doing over it. You
Yep.
don't have a carbon fiber insert for some weird reason.
There will be.
You broke it.
I don't want it.
Literally, guys, he broke it.
So yeah, we got to do carbon fiber because it's
You
just
were that
silly.
upset about it.
I don't want that thing.
Where's the? I'm just standing under it. Where's the ladder to get up into the rooftop?
That's a great question.
Okay, so you do
Probably
have one.
in
is
the
my
shop,
point.
yeah.
Okay.
It's probably in the
It's
shop.
just again, everybody's show van.
Yeah.
One of the really simple isotherm, one of the best on the market. Period, hands
Yep.
down. I love these fridges.
Of course. Got the little baby freezer now. This is just the 85 because we
Okay.
needed to be able to have a drawer somewhere in this thing. And if you do the 130, you got a little itty bitty drawer. So we went with the 85.
Okay.
Like I said, it's a weekender. This is not for necessarily like keeping enough food for a 2-week trip. If I were to do that, I would have a chest style fridge in the back.
So you could, I mean, that's the other thing. You could always add a chest style. You could put the chest style fridge in the back, or use that as your freezer. Have some ice cream, whatever. Is that just an upper drawer?
Yeah, this is just a drawer. It's actually got a decent amount of storage. Having the
that nice
aluminum really
bright
saves
orange.
a ton of space, and of course, it's orange, just like everything in this.
Well, OVP's colors are gray and orange. I
Yeah,
get it.
apparently,
I get
yeah.
it. You are obsessed with these countertops.
Chopped carbon fiber. So this is a twill, is what this is called.
Okay.
This is a
Probably not gonna be able to see it in
3K.
camera.
Yeah, maybe not. So
It's what when I think of carbon fiber, that's what I think of is the twill.
exactly.
And then
Yep.
you said this is chopped.
And this is chopped, and this is forged. So we have 3 different types of carbon in here.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that.
A little bit actually.
So this is a forged carbon, chopped carbon, twill carbon.
You see a lot of the chopped as like a wrap sometimes on cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then those are your systems, obviously. You got your tank levels, heater
Yep.
or electric.
Got the Rixons, got the EcoFlow system.
Oh,
here.
I was actually thank you for bringing that up. You actually went EcoFlow.
I did, yeah.
Okay. Now,
did.
if people watch my channel enough, they would know that me and EcoFlow have a great relationship. I have nothing bad to say about them. I also know all the other companies. Really, their newest version of their EcoFlow is really nice.
They've done a good job. I was hesitant when they first came out.
I agree.
They've done a good job, and they've taken a lot of feedback.
And their
I
price,
think
yes,
that's
they have.
really important is that they take that feedback and they implement it in their new designs.
And their price point is actually pretty darn good.
It really is, because electrical systems can get really expensive.
So you do custom. I mean, all of your trucks are custom. You're not throwing EcoFlows in the truck campers.
Nope.
For people that don't know, the EcoFlow Power Hub is an all-in-one. I'm going to throw it in there, plug and play.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it literally is like 5 components that you plug into each other.
Right.
It's
I actually thought about putting it in my truck,
Yeah, it's crazy.
which would be a little much, but hey.
Yeah.
And then And then do you use their battery as well?
Yep, I've got their batteries. I have a 5 kilowatt battery in here.
Okay.
With a slot for another 5 kilowatt battery.
Okay.
Obviously, to keep weight down, only have one in here.
And
but there's
for-
no AC in this rig.
Okay.
So I don't really need 10 kilowatts. There's not anything that I'm running. I have a portable induction cooktop and a fridge and some lights.
5 kilowatt for what you're doing in this is plenty. Even the heater doesn't take. The refrigerator draws more power than your heater.
Yeah.
If you had an AC, maybe 10 kilowatts would be necessary,
Yeah.
but
But
even
that's why
then.
I've got the slot for it. Easy to plop it in and plug it in.
No,
I do have a secret weapon in this rig.
Which is?
It's called a bed jet. Have you heard of it?
No.
You haven't heard of it?
No.
Everyone in the van industry should be using.
What is
and
it called?
I'm giving it away for free.
Okay.
It's called a bed jet.
A bed jet.
So air conditioning is a huge cost, can be a huge cost, mainly because of the battery power and charging that goes along with that, right? What a bed jet is it blows cool air into your sheets. It's just this little tiny unit, goes under your bed, has some little pipes, blows cool air into your bed, so you can just have your roof vent on, have good airflow through here, even if it's 100 degrees, and you're cool.
So I can use that in my Super Pacific camper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get out of town.
And it pulls like 50 watts.
That's it?
That's it.
Is it 12 volt?
That's 110 volt.
It is 110 volt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to have your inverter on.
Okay,
It
whatever.
still only pulls 50 watts.
I can hook it up to a power station.
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah. 50 watts versus, I mean, a DC air conditioner is going to pull 900 watts.
And it's going to cool your body as you're sleeping, is what you're saying.
It's going to cool your body, right? Everyone prefers to sleep with a little bit of airflow anyway.
Sure.
And if you're running your AC, you probably don't have your vent on because you're pulling all that cold air out.
Okay.
That sucks. So if you have the bed jet on, you're cool. You turn on your roof vent, you open your windows, you get this good breeze ventilation.
Maybe that's the
whatever.
next $1 million idea for you, is to make the bed jet as a 12 volt.
I could. Or you could just buy it because it's like not that expensive.
Okay.
And just bite the bullet on the 20% losses from your inverter or whatever it is. And I'm not getting paid by BedJet. I have no stake in that company.
I
just to
mean,
be clear.
we should get sponsored by them now.
I'm just stoked on it. You got USBs on both sides. If you're sleeping with your head over here, sleeping with your head over there.
You kind of just you mirrored it. It was easy.
Also, there's just not like a lot of wall space in this rig, so we utilized it for.
Speaking of laptop, is there a table that goes in here?
Yes.
Like if I wanted to sit down and get some work done.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sure. So why don't we swivel this?
So both fronts swivel, obviously, because that's part of the bed system.
Yep. And then we've got our carbon fiber
Of course it's carbon
lagoon
fiber.
table. This is actually something that we sell on Alpine. I've been into carbon fiber for a while, but
And is it because of durability or lightweightness or?
I mean, I got into it just because it's badass, but yeah, now I'm into it because it's
Okay.
light.
Another outlet right by your arm, by the way, down there, that's perfect for any laptop and USBs. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Are they high output USBs?
Yep, USB-C and USB-A.
Nice. So I can charge my phone, my laptop actually directly from the USB-C?
Yep. Yeah,
Wow.
you can plug your laptop directly in. So yeah, this guy can come down.
And there it is. There's your table. Your little laptop, boom, boom, get work done. Water. How much water supply do you have?
Yeah, so we actually went with our full 32-gallon tank on the water side. Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's a
I
big
didn't-
tank for this
I
little
didn't
guy.
spare the water on the on this one, even though I was very weight conscious. 20 gallons of gray.
You have a great tank on here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, got the 20 gallons of gray, and I did not do the extended range fuel tank again for weight.
Weight purposes. Really, that's it. It's a simple build, but efficient.
Super simple. You got the Murphy bed, you got the heated floors, you got a place to wash your hands, you got a place for some cold beverages.
Can we go to the back
I
and we
feel
check
like I
out
have something else cool to show you, but I can't think of what it is. Oh, we got a bang-in sound system in here.
which we can't play?
Which we can't play, but just imagine, just epic bass. Don't trip on my table.
Your table. I just
Countertop.
tripped over your table.
This is what happens. This is another reason that big tires are dumb.
Oh, you're rubbing on the tire right there?
We actually, it would not open, so we actually had to add the agile spacer in there.
There's a little
to make
Oh,
it
that's
fit.
what this is right
Yeah,
here?
so we had to fur out almost a centimeter to make
Oops.
the door clear and open.
I didn't even know Agile made a spacer. That's
I
pretty
didn't
cool.
either. We just started Googling.
Back simple.
The back's simple. Yeah, you got some L-track to bolt in your bike. You got your EcoFlow panel here.
Yeah.
Got some ventilation, just some easy hatches to get to your hydronic system.
That's,
Which is nice and warm. It's cold out. Oh,
I know it is.
That's
It is
nice.
definitely. We're filming this in the winter, so
yeah.
I know Portland winters aren't really crazy, but it's still chilly. Everybody.
Yeah. And of course the rear shower.
You love that. I believe the Scanvic or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Scanvic.
Is it Scanvic?
Yeah.
Did I say that right? Wow.
Yeah.
The fan is for the electrical system to just get airflow, I presume.
Yeah, it's on a temp sensor, so if it hits I think 85 degrees in there, then that'll kick on.
That automatically kick on. Wow. And again, that's just for the EcoFlow.
Yeah.
What is all this?
These are just the doors, because this is only
Access?
quarter-inch material here, so you can't really do like a standard hinge.
Okay.
These are just access doors to the EcoFlow system.
I mean, there's not really much to see in there, everybody. I'll throw up an image of the EcoFlow for people to see.
It's not very sexy as far as like, connections and fuses, and I mean, like our, Victron systems obviously are.
Now, do you leave that up to
dialed.
client? If the client's like, hey, I want an EcoFlow, or I want a full custom built electrical kit, you leave that up to client?
I do. I mean, usually I'm steering the client to where they need to be.
And budget wise?
And budget-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
So if somebody is just looking for the best and the best of the best, and they want to be able to charge really fast, I think that's really like kind of what the big one is, that you can charge so fast off a secondary alternator.
Well, they make that now for EcoFlow.
They do, yeah. They just
Yeah.
launched it, but
Yeah.
they don't have the alternator yet. So once they have an alternator, that's gonna be super awesome.
So they're going to make their own alternator for their second alternator kit to
Yeah.
charge. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you use, if you don't mind me asking, when you do put a second alternator in?
I am using Nations,
Which is hit or miss.
and Balmar sometimes.
You haven't found a really good one though, have you?
Alternators are hard. I don't know why
I
they're so
know.
hard. It's literally like a spinny thing with some magnets. It should not be this hard.
It's funny because every builder I know, I always ask them, what do you use for a second alternator? And they always have the same reaction. I use these guys, Balmar or Nations, but I wish I had something better.
Yeah. And frankly, I don't think it's either of their faults, because typically it's not the alternator that fails.
Right.
It's the tensioner, it's the pulley, it's like the other auxiliary things in the engine bay.
See guys, it's not just DIYers having problems. Professionals have problems all the time too. It's not a user error. It can sometimes, a lot of times, user error, but
Yeah.
professionals have problems too.
It's I mean, it can be a lot of support to support those things. I mean,
Yeah.
the more complex you get, and that's why sometimes I really like these simple builds. Plus, you can send it as hard as you want with these tires, air them down to like 20 psi. With that suspension, I mean, you could be doing like 45, 50, just cruising.
All the links in the description below for everybody, but give me a little sound off of where we can find you, who you are again, and it was great to see you again, Val.
Yeah, thanks, man. driveovp.com is our website.
Yeah, you changed that recently.
We did. We changed it partially because somebody who buys a big old truck like that one doesn't necessarily want to have the word van in the name of their.
So OVP actually does stand for Overland Van Project, but now you're going to OVP as just as not an acronym anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just OVP. OVP, and then the trucks are OVPX for expedition vehicles.
So Drive OVP
Yep.
is your website.
Drive OVP, obviously on Instagram, Drive OVP as well, Facebook, and we've got a YouTube that we're really trying to push some more.
You do a lot of informational stuff on your YouTube.
Yeah, we're trying to add some value and give people some DIY, some tips and tricks. Yeah.
Are you doing behind the scenes stuff of OVP?
Yeah, we're starting to
Okay.
do that too. We're really starting to grow it a little bit. YouTube's hard, man. I really respect you for what you do on YouTube. It's a different animal.
Thank you. Finally, somebody gets it.
It's hard. It's hard.
DriveOVP.com. If you guys are interested in the trucks, make sure you guys hit up Dustin. Actually, don't email him. He's the CEO. Well, no, actually,
yeah, I'm the person.
I was gonna say my friend.
Every form submission goes straight to me.
My friend Stallone reached out to you
Yeah.
because you're gonna start doing what?
Yeah, I'm hopefully going to be working on a Grenadier.
Yeah. Can I say that? Are we allowed to
It's
say
cool.
this?
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's going to happen. It's as long as I can find the design time for it, it's a super cool project.
I told her that I would come down and film with it with you.
Yeah.
Hopefully, my friend Stallone just got a Grenadier. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's allowed to be said yet, but whatever. We're going to be doing. There's my truck over there, everybody. And Stallone is going to be doing a Grenadier, hopefully with Dustin here. So the reason I brought that up is because she emailed you.
Yeah.
But you answered, or she called and you answered.
Yeah.
That's impressive, buddy.
Thanks, man.
You're running a big company.
I try and still be that first point of contact.
Dustin, thanks again, Bob. We'll see you guys on the flip side.
Peace.
Later.